Hello everybody, my name is Eli. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I had the idea to make this video because, I'll be honest, this video is a little more tailored to my non-dental people, friends, family friends, the general population. I actually just came from picking up my very last crown that I made in dental school, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what an orthodontist is and why I wanted to be an orthodontist. Before we get into this video, if you're new to the channel, my name is Eli. I'm a fourth year dental student at Boston University Goldman School of Dental Medicine. On this channel, I make videos with dental school vlogs as well as advice for pre-dental students. So if you're interested in seeing that, please make sure you subscribe, like the video, share the channel with anyone else that might find it interesting, and let's get into the video. So the reason why I had the idea to make this video as I was milling my last crown of dental school was because I keep saying things like my last crown or my last filling, and I bet some people are wondering what I mean by that. So to clarify, I'm a fourth year dental student right now, but in July of this year, I will be starting orthodontics residency. And so I figured, you know, as I was picking up my last crown, as you can see, I'm putting it on here to make sure it fits. You know, I had the idea of let me make a video about what an orthodontist is, why these are going to be my last few crowns, etc. An orthodontist is somebody who specializes in aligning your teeth and your bite. You've seen or heard of things like braces, clear aligners, Invisalign, etc. These are the type of things that orthodontists specialize. So what that means is when I start my residency in July, in that program, I will be trained so that I can become a specialist of aligning teeth, aligning the bite, etc. through the methods of braces, clear aligner therapy, etc. Orthodontists also do interdisciplinary work. So we work with other specialists like oral surgeons, periodontists, etc. to do more complex cases. Occasionally you'll have someone with a severe underbite that has to go through jaw surgery along with orthodontics, or you work with perio for things like frenectomies, gingivectomies, etc. And of course, these are things that I will expound on more and more as my channel progresses through my residency. So for those who are a little confused on the process of becoming an orthodontist, specializing in dentistry, etc., right now I'm in dental school. I'm a fourth year dental student. When I graduate dental school, I will be licensed and board certified as a general dentist. This means that I could go straight to work if I wanted to, working in a general dentist's office, doing all things that general dentists do. This includes, but is not limited to, fillings, crowns, extractions, and even Invisalign, braces, etc. General dentists can still do this. So that means in dental school, you are trained on all the different disciplines in dentistry. However, if you go on to a residency in these disciplines, whether it be oral surgery, pediatrics, prosthodontics, orthodontics, you are being further trained so that you can be a specialist in these different disciplines. Now, what does that come with? As a specialist, you are more geared for the complex cases that general dentists can't handle. For example, a specialist in prosthodontics might be a little more capable of taking on a full mouth reconstruction case. A specialist in orthodontics may be a little more capable in taking on an interdisciplinary orthodontics case like jaw surgery combined with orthodontics, etc. But as a general dentist, all of these things are within your scope. The major thing is knowing what you're able to handle and what you need to refer out. Now, another benefit in being a specialist in these disciplines is that typically insurance pays specialists at a higher rate. So, say you had an endodontist who specializes in root canals, and you're a general dentist, and you both are doing the same procedure, a root canal on a first molar, number 30, let's say. These are arbitrary numbers, but the insurance would pay a general dentist $800 to do that root canal, but would pay an endodontist $1,200 to do that root canal. So you see the difference? So therefore, because of this, general dentists are more likely to refer certain treatments out to the specialist because one, it's simply not worth the money versus the chair time. They could be doing more things in that amount of time to make them more money. Or two, it may just be too complicated and they don't feel comfortable handling molar endodontics or whatever it may be. So the general dentist and the specialist work together very heavily, help keep business flowing in a way that makes sense for both the general dentist and the specialist. As a specialist, it's very, very important that you develop good relationships with general dentists in your area because most of your patient base comes from referrals. This ties into why I say things like, this is my last crown, or this is my last filling, etc. As an orthodontist, technically, I am, like I mentioned, through dental school, trained in everything as a general dentist. To a small degree is what I would say. But as a specialist, I am much more trained in things like braces, clear aligner therapy, etc. Things that involve moving teeth, correcting bite, correcting occlusion, etc. And the reason why most specialists do not do all the other stuff is, well, number one, at the point where you finish residency, it's been such a long time since you've done the other stuff and you're much more comfortable at doing what you've been trained in as a specialist. Also, like I mentioned, most of your patient base is off of referrals. So if you are still doing general dentistry work as a specialist, no general dentist is going to refer to you because you're going to steal their patients. If you can do everything in that one office, then the other dentist is not going to send their patient there and lose their patient, you know? So from what I've been seeing, no, it's technically not illegal for a specialist to work as a general dentist. However, it's pretty unethical. It may cause bad business in the long run, and essentially it's just not worth it. You pay all the money to go to extra schooling to be specialized. You're much better off just working within the realm of your specialty. The way that I've seen most specialists get around this is that you can be a specialist, but if you advertise yourself as a general dentist, you can get whatever patients that you are expecting to come for general dentistry work. So as a result, like I said, when I graduate dental school, I won't be doing any more crowns. I won't be doing any more root canals. I won't be doing any more fillings. I was also told that, not a lot, but some orthodontic cases, they recommend that people get certain premolars extracted in order to help with aligning the teeth and bite. Orthodontists can do their own extractions, but I haven't really seen many of them doing so. So, again, these are things that, of course, I will know a lot more about when I enter residency, but this is the information that I have so far, and that's why I'm making this video. If you are interested in seeing what the daily life of a resident is like, you can check out my residency series here. If you're interested in any different specialty, I have them all there, and people did day in the life vlogs there, so go check it out. And of course, you could always wait till July and come back to my channel and see what whole orthodontic residency experience is like for the next 2 years. That's another thing I should touch on. Orthodontic residency is a master's residency, meaning you do research and you're granted a master's degree at the end of your residency for most programs. And it's typically a 3-year program. My program is a 2-year residency that also offers a master's. However, most 2-year programs are just certificate. So I got pretty lucky there. If you have any other questions about orthodontics, please make sure you leave a comment under this video. That's the easiest way to reach me, and I respond to all comments. Now let's move on to the second part of this video, where I wanted to talk about why I decided to specialize in orthodontics. I feel like I've touched on this in different videos here and there, but I do know that before I matched into orthodontics, I tried to be very cryptic and a little secretive about my future plans in dentistry, because I'm the type of person that doesn't like to just say things. I'd rather do it and then announce it, you know? So, why I decided to specialize in orthodontics. If you watch my videos about my journey to dental school, you would know that at one point in time, I was a pre-med student. I'll skip the whole background story about me going to get braces. Well, actually, that's pretty important. So yeah, I was pre-med, graduated college, started working at NIH and making a real paycheck, and I decided to go get braces for the second time. When I went to get braces, I went back to the same office that I got braces at when I was in middle school, but my old orthodontist had retired and a new orthodontist had taken over. Her name was Dr. LaToya Callahan, and as the first black healthcare provider that I've had in my entire life. When I got to Dr. Callahan's office, I was still a pre-med student. I was in the midst of studying for my MCAT, and we had a brief conversation about how she was pre-med before switching to dentistry and kind of how she decided to go to dental school and become an orthodontist. Very, very short conversation at the time, but it ended up meaning a lot. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to move. Someone was literally having a whole phone conversation behind me. I hope this lighting and sound isn't too far off. So, like I had mentioned, Dr. Callahan and I had a brief conversation about her journey and switching from pre-med to pre-dent. At the time, it wasn't really that big of a deal to me, but turns out it was. Over the period of time that I had braces for the second time, which was about a year, I developed a great interest in orthodontics. I used to come home after my ortho appointments, get on YouTube and look up braces vlogs, and I would watch people's vlogs and see kind of what they had done at their last appointment, and I would go to their page and see when they ended up getting their braces taken off. And I kind of started learning the process of braces and how dentists move teeth, etc. So in the time frame of that 1 year, I studied for the MCAT, took the MCAT, switched to pre-dent, and started studying for the DAT. I also had the luxury of going to Atlanta and shadowing my cousin, who is a general dentistry practice owner. I was able to see her life for a whole week, including the business of dentistry, the practice of clinical dentistry, and the work-life balance of a dentist. This was pretty much the selling point that convinced me to switch, because not only was I interested in orthodontics, but I was also interested in general dentistry, and I knew that if I went to dental school and ended up not specializing, I would still be happy and I still would enjoy my career. So when I got to dental school, I tried to keep my mind open, but I was interested in specializing as soon as I started, and as a result, I kind of followed that through my whole dental school career, and I was intentional about wanting to specialize. So that means all the stuff that you're supposed to do, the research, taking the GRE, etc. I kept this all in the forefront of my mind while also getting involved in school and things that I enjoy doing, not for a resume booster, but for my own desire, and etc. I also found that as an orthodontist, I would be interacting with a lot of people at a very transformative period of their life. As you can see with my YouTube channel, I'm all about inspiring the future and helping the future generation of dentists, especially minorities. And I feel like meeting a lot of these people at the time where they're in their teenage years, they're starting to figure out life and what they want to do. Meeting someone like me and being influenced by someone like me may indirectly help build the future generation of dentists and orthodontists. So I figured that orthodontics was the perfect career for me, and a few programs did as well, because I interviewed at a few programs when applying and I ended up matching. So if you want more information about applying to orthodontics and what that looks like, you can check out the video in the end card after this video and follow me along for when I will talk about more things about applying to orthodontics and what you need to do. So if you're one of those dental students or pre-dents that are interested in that, make sure you stick around and watch the next video right after this one, and you'll get all the information on that. That's all I have. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it a little bit informative. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
I told her stop telling that thing she seen and told me he had to reach. Let's go. I got baguettes in the back of my ring and I went he trying to hit. I told her she gotta run to the team before she can talk to the lit.